Welcome back, everybody. It's a new year, so maybe you're looking to open your mind to new things. Today, we're joined by Gabriel Fouad Nohra, who is a singer that practices healing through sound. He's here to tell us more about it, and he's such an interesting guy. Can't wait to learn more. Gabriel, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. How are you today?
I'm doing really well. Why don't you talk to us? Boy, you've had a colorful life before arriving in Austin, and it always, hasn't always been rainbows and puppies and all that great stuff. Why don't you talk to me a little bit about your personal journey and then how music helped you?
So born in Beirut, Lebanon. I'm a civil war survivor. We had this civil war in Lebanon, and music was the only friend. You cannot go and play with the neighbors because it's risky outside. So we had that keyboard at home, like old organ,
Oops, so sorry, my earring just fell off right in front of you. Go ahead and keep going. I'm so sorry, Gabriel.
The thing is, music was really helping me to, be in this like serene space. And through all those years, I was thinking like, how can I help people, with that? And it took me years, to establish my own method. And I treated 8,000 people in France, opening my healing center, being on TV and sharing with people, the magic of the music. Music is an ancient technology. We know it as entertainment, and we are in Austin, right? So this is the right place. And I love performing on stage, and I love also healing people in my clinic.
Yeah, I really want to learn a little bit more about your Nohra method that you invented. But first, let's do a little sound healing, if we can. You brought beautiful bowls to show me some of the sounds that can be made.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are Tibetans. I discovered those sounds in 2006, and just connect with that. So usually, I invite people to take a deep breath, imagining mental imagery, like inhaling white cloud, gray cloud, and just playing with those images. And, after a session with the sound, and so I put the sound on the body.
What is
and
that?
I healed it, like people would be relaxing, and I would put the sound on the body. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And I have 25 of those, so you'll be surrounded by all those sounds. So it's very recharging the vital energy. People are tired and feel fatigue. The sounds are very helpful and harmonious, especially the Tibetans. I have different form and shape.
When you say harmonious, it's like I can hear multiple tones happening at the same time,
Exactly.
which of course the human voice really struggles to do. So something about that sounds so nice.
Yeah, and I invite people to hum with the sound, because humming will exercise 90% of the muscles of the body just by humming.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a different way to play them, like this one, like vim. And when you talked about different frequencies,
Yeah, wow, that sounds incredible.
It's beautiful because
you're going to find out that I'm tone deaf if I hum along with you.
You see Rosie floating here.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool, though. It's part of the Nohra method. I'd like to hear a little bit more about that.
So, in 2006, I was in Paris in a library, and, culture is for free in Europe. So you go everywhere, you have concerts. So I picked up that book, and in the middle of the book, they mentioned hypnosis. And I'm a curious guy. I'm kind of like a, hybrid weirdo hippie. And I was like, what is this? I'm very curious. And I started searching. I went to London, studied with Dr. Richard Bandler and Mr. Paul McKenna. Those are big figures in the hypnosis, the modern hypnosis. Not the one with the weird stuff. No.
With the spiral and all of that that's moving.
The idea is really to relax the body. And when we are in that state of relaxation, we open up for meditation. We open up for amazing stuff. And we get downloads. So back in time when I composed music for artists, because I produced 15 artists in Europe from Star Academy and The Voice, and they were very successful. So, I was like, I composed that song, my ego, But now I understand that we have inspiration, and inspiration is the data that is floating in the universe. It's too much.
I can see where you're heading, though. It's more of a humbling experience.
We have so many stress in this life.
And boy.
A lot of catastrophe in this world, and we can see it.
And we've just come through the holidays, which is a famously stressful time. So we might be heading into the new year where people are kind of dragging themselves into it, thinking, I need something that's relaxing. I need something that's rejuvenating. So you actually have a couple of things that you're doing, little pop-ups and events. Can you talk to me about some of those?
Yes, absolutely. So here we can see the sound healing retreats that I do, and there's one coming up. So I will teach people sound and it will be on the website, and it will be 29 and 30. 2 days with the sound, and people will learn a lot of techniques of relaxation, like these techniques of inductions with the hypnosis.
That's interesting.
I love it. I'm passionate about it. I help CEOs, people all over the world, business entrepreneurs, like business people who would be like stressed, and also unlocking situations. You know, like I had that client who showed up. You know, he opened his business in Austin, didn't work for like 6 months. He booked a session. We did a session. He signed a contract for $500,000
Wow.
after the session, and he got his down payment for $50K, and this guy is now super busy, you know, building a team, because sometimes fear and anxiety, and we feel like trapped in a loop, and we have this foggy vision. So what I do is like really removing those clouds, and people would feel like with ease and clarity.
That is so cool. And I want to ask, in the little bit of time that we have left, what overlap do you see between music and kind of this hypnosis meditative state that you do? Does it have a rhythm to it? Is that what kind of is the undercurrent?
So, you know, when I went to London to study with Dr. Richard Bandler, the NLP and the hypnosis, I've been already doing a lot of concerts in Europe, like 5,000 people plus, big festivals. And when I connected with him, he was like, you already do hypnosis. I was like, no, I don't. I'm here, you know, I've read all your books. I was like, you go on stage, you sing a song that you wrote, a lot of metaphors in the song, and people cry, people dance, people laugh. And I was like, oh, okay, so what I'm doing here? And he was like, we'll guide you through the process. You still need to
learn something while you're here, but that's so cool.
And you know, people like certifications, and you know, like to be, you know, so I learned with, big figures, and I start mixing the sound and the mindfulness techniques.
That's wonderful. Okay, we are going to let people hear a little bit of your beautiful sound. Spanish guitar, everybody. Okay, so scan the QR code on your screen to learn more about working with Gabriel. Now he's going to play us to break. He said he would mock me for this. Et notre amour.
Et notre amour. Here we go. You're good in French. Comme une bougie qui se consume, comme un parfum qui s'évapore. Il n'y a plus d'encre dans ma plume, il n'y a plus de phare dans les pores. Et notre amour, et notre amour, et notre amour qui s'évapore. Toi qui étais la chandelle de mes nuits, le miroir à qui je me confie. Maintenant je n'ai plus que ma guitare pour me chanter chaque soir. Et notre amour, et notre amour, et notre amour qui s'égare.